Hey everyone, Carrie here for United We Game. I'm back with some more Fallout 4, following up here on my character creation video that I put up a couple weeks ago. This is going to be something like, I guess, initial impressions, although I'm past sort of the initial couple hours of the game. I'm in about, I don't know, 15 to 20 hours or something like that. And despite the fact that that sounds like a lot, I feel like I have barely scratched the surface of this game. I have, in that time, I've only completed, I think, four quests. Yeah, and I have 3 more that are ready to go, I guess you'd say. I'm at level 11, and I think most of that experience has been gained from building. Building and meeting people and such. I've built up Sanctuary Hills a bit with the help of the folks that I met at Concord. That was a lot of fun. And I've also met some other folks around the area. There's a little settlement at a place called Ten Pines. And I've cleared a couple places already, including there's a railroad terminal and the Corvega plant. And before getting too much farther into the game, I wanted to revisit the start of the game, Vault 111 here, and do a little vault tour, especially since now I have a much better understanding of what I need to do in the game. So I wanted to come back and take a look to see, do a little bit of scavenging and see if there was anything that I might have missed from the first time around. And so, yeah, the game, and I'll just say, hey dog! For some reason I didn't expect the dog to be down here. Oh, well that's really nice. I'll say right now, if you're not familiar with the story of Fallout and you care at all, I'll just say spoilers. I'm going to talk about it quite a bit here. Because the story, the start of the game, my goodness, how quickly you went from from nothing to something. Sorry, I just need to take my headgear off when I'm inside. I don't know quite why I feel compelled to do that, but I do whenever I'm inside somewhere. So there we go. So yeah, you at the beginning of the game, you make your character, you get your spot in the vault, you have like 2 lines of conversation with your husband, and suddenly there's a nuclear attack, and off you with your husband and your kid go to Vault 111. Thank goodness you got a spot. And you all make it in. And you're shuttled through to what the scientists, security guards say there are decontamination chambers. These things here on the right. And in fact, they turn out to be anything but. They're actually cryogenic freezing chambers, and the vault itself is part of some crazy experiment to see how unwilling subjects react to being frozen for years, decades, centuries, and so on. Now, at the start, my character ended up in a single pod, this pod here that's been opened, and my husband and kid end up in the one across from me. And some years into the process, I awoke to find, oh my God, my husband's pod being tampered with, right? And humans take my kid, they shoot my poor husband, and I pass out. Y'all, that was terrible. That really was kind of scary. So eventually, I wake back up, and to find that the vault is completely barren, basically. Dead people everywhere, and giant roaches, which is always what you want to see when you wake up from being cryogenically frozen. So I have to find a way out, and that's where the story begins. And sorry, I'm seeing some other stuff here. Lighters. How useful are lighters in this game? Oh my gosh, they contain so much stuff that I never would have thought would be useful. And I think there are numbers of computers, security terminals here in the vault that you can check out, and I think I've already looked at most of them. They're really, really useful for finding out backstory. I mean, that's how I found out about all the stuff that happened some 200 years ago. Yes, in fact, you wake up 200 years in the future, which is kind of crazy. Hence all the dead people or what the remains, I guess I should say, and the giant roaches. And making it out of the vault was the main goal, and once out there you find that the apocalypse has happened and it's all crazy and people are trying to survive, the humans that are remaining, and trying to rebuild, and you become one of them. But your goal is to find your child. So that's where I am right now, although there's too much else to do besides that. Now, I initially expected to spend more time in the vault. Now, keep in mind, I've not played a Fallout game before. I've seen a little bit of Fallout 3, so I knew, basically what to expect from the game, but certainly I had no idea of the details. The world is gigantic. Oh my gosh. It's kind of intimidating, but it's very exciting to explore. There's always something new to look at. And the only thing that I can base my experience on with this game is Skyrim, which I started and I ended up stopping because it was so big. I mean, another giant open world game with a billion side quests and this story that you try to stay on track with. And I had so much trouble just focusing in on the story. I had to stop, give it a break. When I came back to the game months later, I was just like, I'm going to play the story to the end. And that's all I did. So I missed out on a whole lot of stuff in that game. And I find that I don't want to make that same mistake with this game, which is why I'm kind of constantly revisiting areas to see what I might have missed. Even though it's this early in the game, there's still so much stuff to find. There's so much stuff to scavenge. It's kind of exhausting. I don't know. I mean, after just a couple hours of playing, I can't play anymore. I'm so tired of looking for stuff. But it's so much fun to look for stuff. It is the paradox, I guess, of Fallout. And everything else about the game, I mean, like I said, it's very much like Skyrim. The mechanics are very similar. I love the VATS, the VATS system for engaging your enemies. Sorry, I'm trying to remember the security gate. Was there something? Oh, right. There's a safe in here that I have to. The door was open when I initially found it, and I closed it so that I would remember that something was in there, which is great. What was I talking about? The VAT system. Fantastic. I mean, especially considering how bad aiming is in the game. Maybe it's just me. I don't know how in the world you're supposed to engage enemies when you can barely even see what you're aiming. I mean, when aiming just does not work. I'll just say it that way. So I use the VAT system whenever I can, quite frankly. There's a wonderful selection, I mean, of scavenged guns and this fun, pieces of armor and stuff that you can use as armor. And oh wait, I just saw money. Oh, okay, bobby pin's great. Oh shoot, I thought there was money here. Daggone it. I'll visit it again and find some more. Yeah, the weapons in the game are really fun. The armor's great. I have to admit that the one thing I'm not doing much of right now is crafting. Crafting's not really my thing in games. I'm finding actually that I can scavenge, made stuff already, so I may explore that at some point more, and I probably should because, it seems like that's an important part of the game. The perk system, I just sort of scratching the surface with that. That's really great in terms of focusing in on particular attributes that you want your character to have. And I imagine that as the game goes on, you could just sort of, at a certain point, you'll just be able to level up whatever you want. But right now, I'm kind of sticking close to making sure that I have access to weapons, proper weapons, and as well hacking, and I think I have my intelligence up a little bit so that I can eventually use I want to get the science perk, so I'm not quite... Oh, bye, puppy. I'll see you up there. Yeah, I want to get the science perk quite badly, so I'm kind of working my way up to that. As with Skyrim, I mean, really the ultimate challenge for me with this game is going to be to stay on track with the story. There is so much to do, and I kind of just want to go out and... Oh, hey, good job there, puppy. Nice. I love it that he can find stuff for me. That's just awesome. So yeah, staying on track with the story, trying not to get too caught up into side questing, even though it's exhausting. Finding stuff is just brilliant, and it's so much fun, especially when you need to like look for something very specific, which I need to do right now because I need to build a couple more generators. Right? You gotta keep your settlements and your settlers happy. But that's gonna do it for me with this particular video. Thank you so much for watching, and maybe I'll be back at some point in the future with more Fallout 4 fun. In the meantime, please check out the other videos that we have up here on United We Games YouTube channel. Like them because we like you when you like our videos. Leave comments and please subscribe to the channel. Also check out United We Game elsewhere on the internet, on our website, wegameunited.com, on Twitter, @UnitedWeGame, and on Facebook, facebook.com/WeGameUnited. See you next time. Bye-bye.